Manu 10,001, or the black shirt red tie on YouTube. Please like and subscribe and share this video. I was playing against this gentleman called C_4_Ronaldo 100S basically. He had a really difficult time to break me down. Final score was 3-1. I could have made it 5-1. So we'll discuss first of all the match facts. 7 shots, 5 on target, 3 and 2 because I was playing very defensively. Watched his run with Bale and Ronaldo. He wasn't really using Benzema at all, and I'll show you how. I think it's pretty much his formation. But I was tackling very well, 19 tackles, no fouls, so that means I was doing everything very cleanly. He was tackling only 4 times and fouled twice already. He's got 1 yellow card, so obviously he's getting very frustrated in defending. Well, he's just really bad at it. I managed to injure one of my players. I think it's Suarez that got injured. 1 corner, 1 offside. He managed to get 2 corners. My shooting accuracy was quite poor, 71%, but I was giving the ball away. I just made sure that I defended well, I passed well. When I attacked, I tried to score a goal as best as I could. So we'll walk you through the highlights. Please note that the gentleman finished the game at 75 minutes. He didn't want to continue. But Gareth Bale, pretty much in the first 5 minutes of the game, it was quite even. I think we were both feeling each other out and seeing whether who would concede the first goal. And unfortunately it was me who conceded it. I picked up the ball, I had possession of it with Alba. I don't know why I did that pass. I was trying to give it to Busquets, but he used Bale in the best way forward. And I'm really glad that City players who actually know how to shoot in front of goal, don't really blast it, just literally curl the ball in the back of the net. There's no reason for you to blast it at 5-6 yards out. And anyway, the likelihood of you blasting the ball in the back of the net, you're likely to miss. So it's always better to try to place the ball in the back of the net with not that much power. But I quickly came back and I did a really good round of attacking, and this is my 2nd round of attacking. So the first time he saved it, I think, with Messi, but this was really good because Neymar, Suarez and Messi linked up very well. You can tell that I can turn with the player, so I turned pretty much Marcello inside out. Messi just ran through, does what he does best. Again, I placed the ball in. I opened his body up, I stopped sprinting, so stopped pressing R2, just held the joystick in the right direction, and you just literally open your body up and you pick a corner and you actually take that corner. That's the best way to score a goal. Just to find that space, there's nobody around me at all, and literally just put it into the back of the net, because if you take your chances and you make sure that you're clinical in front of goal, you're more likely to win the game, which I was basically. As again, he was pushing really hard with Ter Stegen, with Ronaldo, and he really put Sergio Roberto and Alaba, both respectively, both my defenders, my Bale and Ronaldo, were put on on the cosh. They were really tested. I had to use Piqué to really defend. But I managed to just keep him out by just following him and tracking him. There's no reason for slide tackling. There's no reason for, tackling him. Just barge him. Just use your strength on L2. You don't need to press square in the box, because if you do that, you'll foul the player and then you concede a penalty. Or you might even get a red card to make him matters worse. But this was really good. This is one of the skills that happened. It was a foul. And I saw Carvajal coming in. He must have been very frustrated at this moment in time, because I kept winning every single ball back and attacking, and I saw him, and Messi danced over his Carvajal's tackle. He wasn't too happy. Managed to get a yellow card from there, and then I used my skill set, which is using Neymar, literally switching wings, because my Neymar and Messi are free roam. They can go pretty much anywhere in the pitch, and this was brilliant, because what I did was I did a 1-2, but not only that, the shot, you tell it's low on the ground, because if I did it high, the ball would have gone away. and I'm glad I did it low because the power's not that much, but the rebound can go to one of my players. There's a 50% chance it can go to one of my players depending on how many people are in the box. So that's really cool because Neymar hit it really low to the ground. Navas hit it, deflected it back with his his foot, and Iniesta was there just to tuck it in. And he must have been really shocked because I scored these 2 goals in a matter of 10 minutes. So yeah, really offensively. So it was 2-1 ahead already. And then 4 minutes later, me attacking again. This was a really good attack. This is how the player really didn't expect it. I did a through ball from Messi, and he has, if you can notice the way Ramos turns back into going towards the centre half, that he's actually thinking that I'm going to go back or going to cut back. But just pushing the player forward, literally the first touch, Neymar was gone. Literally just opened up the defence, and it was just 2 of them. I just laid it on for Suarez, and Suarez banged it in the back of the net. Not playing around, just being very clinical with it. I think pretty much everybody scored on the pitch that I needed to, and being very clinical about it. I love this part. As you can tell, Ramos is trying to play offside, but I'm not going to play him offside. I think he was very smart into thinking that I'll play him offside, but he's not. Neymar's there and being very smart. Yeah, he was trying to play me offside. I couldn't believe that. I just realised this now. He was thinking that I was going to pass the ball, but if Neymar would have picked the ball here and done a pass without kicking it forward, then technically I would have been offside, but I'm glad I didn't. Neymar ran through, cut back, bang, what a goal. So yeah, finished at 28th minute. There was no incidents after that. I think the gentleman finished at the minute 78 minutes and 14 seconds. Kept using Ronaldo and Bale to attack down the wings, trying to cut in, using through balls. But yeah, I dominated pretty much. He was playing a holding 4-3-3, which was really interesting. Most players play with an attacking 4-3-3 with Real Madrid, so obviously he's very well aware of his defensive vulnerabilities, considering Pepe doesn't have that much pace and Ramos is the only person that can actually run, especially when you got Marcelo and Carvajal running down the wings, exposing the defence. So I think he was using Cruz and Ramos and Pepe to hold that defence, but it's just a shambles. Yeah, you can tell. One of the key ways you can measure a team is by the number of passes. So yeah, he didn't pass a lot. I mean, he barely passed a lot because he didn't have a chance to, and every time he gave the ball away, he dribbled a lot in terms of each of the individual players. He picked up the ball, he would run with it, and then use Bale and Ronaldo as the outlet to try to run past pretty much my wingers or wing backs. But I was very compact, very few runs in terms of dribbles with Iniesta, Busquets or Rakitic or any of my centre backs or my defenders. Pretty much just leaving it to Messi, Suarez and Neymar to try and do as much of the dribbles as possible, and just use Busquets, Iniesta and Rakitic to do a lot of passing and involve Suarez and just make sure Suarez holds the ball up, and use Neymar and Messi to just run off the back of him. Yeah, so it's not bad. Shot on target, 2 out of 3, so I think Messi had a few chances. You can tell no crosses. Yeah, he didn't do no crosses. I don't think we rely on crosses. I think crosses expose you as a team. It is a strength to have, but it's not really useful to cross the ball. It's always good to keep the ball on the ground. And when you do a through ball, it's handy to do the lofted through ball as opposed to keeping on the ground. But crossing the ball, it's not our forte, and I think some of the best players don't do crosses. It just exposes you. I hope you liked it. If you've got any questions, please feel free to put a comment in the section. I hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions in the meantime, let me know. Cheers, bye bye.